Good morning. Welcome to Yellow Brick Road Reselling. I'm Tamara. If you're new to the channel, hello. Um, do you go? Oh, is it gone? No, I guess it's still there. So there's like a purple line. Hold on. How is it going? I guess it's going this direction across my screen. I was gonna look at it live to see. That's why I was running late. Was I am trying to troubleshoot this weird line that was going across my screen, and I'm trying to decide if it is on just on my monitor, playing with my window shade here. Okay, hold on, my video. Okay, it doesn't look like it's on my video, although I am frozen on my video. There it is. That's weird. Okay, it looks like it's all set. So it must just be my monitor. I think the light, because when I go like this, oh, wait a minute. Where was it? Yeah, when I go like this, it goes away. That is weird. Huh. I don't know. Hey, good morning. Flip It Good is here. Junk Trader, Landshark Picker, Tommy Bernard, Bluegrass Thrift. Hey, guys. Did you guys have a good weekend? I know I missed you guys last week. Man, my sales have been really in the pooper. Although, what day was it? I had a whole big blue bag full, whole IKEA bag full, and I was really actually excited to bring it to the post office because I had a conversation. I don't know if I mentioned this already on here, but I had a conversation about my new postal person. As some of you have been following me, I had a guy named Peter, so nice. I really liked him. And all of the years that he's been doing it, probably I'm thinking almost probably 4 years. I think when I came on, he wasn't there. And then I don't think I was around for very long before when we moved here, before he ended up joining that position. And I never had to worry about him not scanning anything. Everything always got scanned. So I would just drop off my bag and leave. I never waited for a receipt, never had to worry about anything. And I told him from the beginning, I said, it's so important that you scan every one of my ones in. Otherwise, I get a defect with eBay. It hurts my sales. It means less packages coming to you. And he never missed. So I just trusted him every time I dropped stuff off and really had no problems. Then this new guy came on. I haven't had that conversation with him yet, but I probably need to talk to him because I actually had a really long conversation with him. Oh gosh, maybe it was like 3 weeks ago. I stopped in and talked to him for quite a while. Found out a lot of personal stuff about him, what brought him to here, where he used to live. He lived in Texas, came back here, like all this, like really long history stuff with relationships with the male people. Well, I brought in a big thing, and he was saying that actually my husband ended up bringing it, but he was saying that his numbers are down so much because my sales are down and his numbers are down. And Peter used to tell me that my shipping from that location is what kept that very small post office open. If you guys have ever seen, it's really tiny. I was going to say it's like a one-room schoolhouse, but it's actually smaller than that. It's really small. It's very hard to keep 6-foot distance inside the lobby and it's just really for people who have local post office boxes because they don't deliver mail within like a 2-mile radius around that post office. They don't deliver mail to your house, which is another whole issue I'll talk about later if I think of it, if I got to fill in some time. Say good morning, Claudia and Jill. You've popped in. And when is the next casino trip? Yeah, so I actually wanted to show you guys, for those not, did I put it on I don't think I put it on Facebook. I mean, I don't think I put it on YouTube here, but let me share my screen with you guys. I got a video to show you. Make sure I'm sharing the right one. Okay. All right. So look at this. Winner, chicken dinner. Wow. Come on, video. It's not. Hold on. Hold on. It's not playing. Like I can hear it, but the video isn't going. Just the sound is. Now it's not doing anything. I am having technical difficulties today, just in case you guys know. There's a glare on your screen. Is there a glare? I just looked. Is it going like right here? No, like right here going across? I don't know what it's from. I can't figure it out. I've closed the blind. Okay, this is not going. Let me refresh the screen. This was last week. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. $4,393. Now let me freeze it before I. Now you can't see a coin right here, but on this machine, when you get 5 coins on the screen, it starts the bonus. The 5th coin to pop up was the word grand. I was trying to chase a $1,800 mega because normally the megas are around $1,100, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna play and hopefully I'll get the mega. I hit the grand. So I immediately called my husband and FaceTime him before I hit go for the rest of the bonus. And I'm like, I just won the grand. I just won $4,000. And well, 43.93. Well, when you fill the screen while you're hitting the button during the bonus, when you fill the screen, it gives you 2 times the pay. So where you see 30, 20, 20, 40, 10 across the top, those are $3 because it was in 10-cent increments. So it was $3, $2, $2, $4, and $10. Well, I win twice that. So I win $3, $3, $2, $2, $2, $2, $4, $4, $10, $10. Well, when it got to the grand, I'm like, do I get double the grand? Did I just win $8,000? Come to find out you don't. You only get 1 grand. But yeah, so that was my husband's birthday, and that's what I won. So somebody on my Facebook had said, I'm going to go back. Why is my. See, I don't see the glare that you're talking about, Kendra, when I'm looking at myself on here. I don't see it. But good morning, Kendra. By the way, Kendra's my daughter. Hey, good morning, Sylvia and Laura. So yeah. So casinos. If you don't, you can just ignore the next couple seconds here. So a lot of people have asked me, like, how do you keep winning? Because I've won 14,000, 3,200, 4,300 just this year, not counting anything under $1,200. Like if I won 800, which I've won 800, 700, like all those, they don't count as a jackpot, and they don't claim it on a 1099. So I have probably won over $25,000 this year at the casino. And so somebody says, have 100% luck. But there are, some things you can do to help increase your luck. This is what I think. Well, number one, you go and play. Because if you don't play, then you don't win, right? But only play with what you can afford to lose, because most of the time you're going to lose. I don't know. I've just been really lucky. I think there's only been a few times this year I've walked out a loser. Most of the time I'm breaking even or I'm up. Like it's just been absolutely insane this year. So one of the things I do is, like I was saying, how I would jackpot, because I know that normally that goes off around $1,000, $1,100. It very, very rarely goes above that. If you look at the bank of machines around it that are the same type of machine, you'll see that most of those majors are in the $1,000 to $1,100 range. It just very, very rarely goes higher than that. So as this one was getting higher, when it was 1,200, 13, 14, I make sure every time I go and put the thing with that machine is you can hit a jackpot playing the lowest denomination. You don't have to pay the highest denomination. It doesn't even increase your odds, so I've been told, by doing the higher denomination. The higher denomination helps you if you don't hit a jackpot, if you just get line hits. But overall, if you're shooting for a jackpot, then you can do lower. So in this case, I was only playing $1.20 a spin, which is not very much in today's casino gambling world. If anybody watches on YouTube, Oh my gosh, they have gotten ridiculous. The people I watch, they are doing 25, 50, $100 spins lately. I mean, that's ridiculous. Yeah, you very, very rarely see me go above 250. Every now and then, if I've won a lot, like if I won $1,000, I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna go play this game I really like, and I'm gonna do a $5 bet, which I don't. If I'm just walking in the casino, I don't go to those $5 and play $5. It's just it's real. Hey, Kendra says our patio set was delivered yesterday. Super quick shipping. Thanks again. So I did call my daughter while I was there and told her I won because you have to wait for your payout. So I was FaceTiming some people to celebrate my winnings. And she's like, hey, remember last year you're going to buy me a patio set? Is that still on? So last time when I won $14,000 last month, um, she's turning 30 this year, so she's having a birthday celebration with her friends, and she's like, "Hey, you want to cover that Airbnb expense?" And of course, I was feeling generous. I just won lots of money, so I that's what I. So every time I win, part of it goes to my daughter. Claudia, did I say good morning to you? I think I did. Yes, I said you and Jill. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I can't do anything about the glare though. So thank you for confirming, Kendra. You see it. See, what's funny because when I look, I don't see it on my YouTube that I got going here. It looks like it might be gone though, or it's very light now. It's not as bright. Must be the sun has. All right, so I got. Oh, I forgot. Layla Emily. Hello, hello. You're a new name. I don't recognize your name in here, so welcome. All right, let's go through. I got orders from Etsy and eBay. I'm gonna count. Let's see. I only got one Etsy, 5 eBay. Tell you, sales are crazy. 1 Poshmark, 3 Amazon, and I was checking. I want to just check Facebook. I forgot to check Facebook. I don't think I have anything, but I want to just double check. I did have a local pickup this weekend. Sold my Loretta Lynn Christmas vinyl album, so that was nice. Shipping orders. Yeah, no orders yet. So I used to drop ship on Facebook, from Facebook to Amazon. So or Amazon to Facebook, I guess it's called. So I list things on Facebook that were sold on Amazon. So I had some friends that were doing really well at it. And I thought, well, that sounds like a really good idea. There's no rules on Facebook about, I'm sorry, my cat is like running in circles, trying to see what he's chasing. He's having fun out there today. I thought I saw something in his mouth. He loves to catch the mice and moles, chipmunks, because except he's not catching whatever one happens to be in. Where was I? Oh, so I was drop shipping. Well, more and more items on Amazon were getting delivered by Amazon, so I didn't have a tracking number. And they don't give you the option to upload Amazon tracking number. It has to be FedEx, UPS, or USPS. So I stopped doing it. Well, for some reason, I sold one of those drop shipping items last week. And I'm like, how did that go? Because I thought for sure I deleted them all. So a ghost listing popped up and I sold one. So I drop shipped it. Then it got delivered, and Amazon's so cool how they show you pictures. Like when they deliver the item, they will actually provide a photo of them delivering it to the porch. I love that service that they do that. Um, I do have a few other announcements which I'll talk to you guys about later, but let's get some packaging done. Let's start with Etsy. So one of the things I wanted to share with you guys. So my in-laws moved here, as you know, and they're trying to register their vehicles. So for their register their vehicles and get a new driver's license for New York State. What a nightmare it has been because you have to prove where you live. Well, when you're older and you pay cash for a house, you don't have a mortgage. When you live in the country, you don't have a water bill. There was a mess up with their electric bill. They just literally barely finally got one because the electric company couldn't find their address in their system, even though they had electricity. So they have not been today. Well, you got to bring a bill to the DMV to prove where you live. So if anybody's has had to do that with a new license, with the new like real IDs that you need to be able to like fly and all this other stuff. Well, they don't have. So remember earlier I was talking about how my local post office doesn't do local delivery within 2 miles. They don't deliver. You have to go and pick it up at the post office. So you only have an address for the USPS. Well, my in-laws, they keep bringing their stuff to the DMV, and they keep saying, "Well, we need mail that shows your that it's stamped, postmark stamped, and it has to show your street address." And they're like, "Well, we don't have a street address. We only have a PO box because we don't get mail at our street address." And they're like, "Well, mail to your." This is what they literally said: "Mail a piece of mail to yourself. It just has to have your street address and it has to be stamped." So they ended up doing that. I'm like, how does that make any sense? Because I get mail here for people who don't even live here. So how does that mail a piece of mail to an address and literally go into a mailbox and grab the mail out of it and use it? Somebody could put my address on a piece of mail and go and catch the mail. If they know my mail comes at a certain time every day, they could go in and grab that piece of mail and use it. So, I mean, that just makes no sense. Mail yourself a piece of mail. That's crazy. So Jill wants to know, what type of phone do you use while sourcing? I have an iPhone. So I don't think it really matters what type of phone, as long as it's got some type of data plan. Just look at patience. As long as you have a data plan, mine's a XS. I bought it, I don't know what, a couple years ago that one came out, and it works perfectly fine. So I haven't upgraded, but I think as long as you have, because my husband has well, he just upgraded from a 7, and he used to use the 7 when we were out and about. So as long as you have a data plan, I think you're fine. So even if you have an Android, any of those type of thing, you'll be fine. Okay, my mouse is not working. Let's jump. Actually, we're gonna do eBay. I'm gonna do the ones that are in front of me. Well, actually, we're gonna do Poshmark first because I already printed the Poshmark label. Let me grab a box for this. So I sold this on Posh. So for those of you who have been hanging on to your summer items, make sure you start to get those listed, because here's a play pool. A couple years ago in 2020, when everything closed down, pools were of money. And I had picked these up later in the season, and they didn't sell at all last year. So, oh, hold on. My cat is scratching at my screen. I got to go let him in. You must hear me talking. Come on. The RV co-pilot. We are hopefully going to be leaving next week for vacation. Oh, this is funny. It actually has a date on it. Huh. I've never seen pools have dates on them. Look. 12/2/2019. Must be when it was manufactured, because I didn't buy it till 2020. I'm not even going to bubble wrap it. I'm doing nothing. I'm literally just throwing it in. Just make sure there's not a price on it. You know, sometimes catching them. Distributed by Wally's World. So it does say Walmart on it. Okay. Nothing. I need to ship out my Poshmark sales today too. Oh, Poshmark is so easy to ship. I don't mind doing Poshmark at all. Simple, simple. Just throwing it in this one. I already printed the label. I just wish you could print the label from within Poshmark. I wish I didn't have to go to, like on Facebook, I can just say print the label. Even on Macari, they email you a label, but you can say like reprint it and it'll pop up. Because I hate having to open my email all the time. It goes into an inbox I don't use that often. Hey, good morning, Midlife Picker. Missed you popping in. Yeah, I've been to the casino. I just can't even. It's just been insane. Although I will tell you, Friday night, my husband and I decided to go. They've been having these drawings on Friday nights, and I said, "Well, let's go," because it was last week and then this week. It's every week in April, but next week my daughter will be here, so we're not going to go next week. So we went, and we were there from 4 to 8. And I told him, "Don't spend all your money right off because we gotta last for 4 hours. In between that, we can get lunch or get the birthday dinner that he gets because his birthday was last Wednesday. And last week when I was there, I won two $10 food credits in the drawings that they have. So I said, well, my meal will probably be free because I'll probably end up with one of those. Since I won two last week, I thought I'd at least get one this week. I didn't. So I had to pay for my meal, but I did get a $25 free play. Plus I had 30 on top of it. So 55 in free play. But we were there. We both walked out losers. We both lost money. He lost way more than I did. Poshmark is Etsy kicked me off because I titled an item FIF. What's FIF? I don't know what FIF is. Unless you typed it wrong. All right, so I sold this dish towel and washcloth set. My mother made these years ago, and I found them, and I got rid of them. I got rid of them. I found them and I listed them. So I'm slowly selling these. I had some that had like wine bottles on them, and those sold like right away. So I just sold this set. This is going for $11 plus shipping. Like a girl, it was a breast cancer badge reel. In later investigations, I discovered some. Oh, so So must be you can't sell that. It must be trademarked. But you got kicked off from one item for one thing? Wow. That is insane. Where's this going? Pennsylvania. I'm trying to decide if I want to put it in a bag or if I want to box it. Just for presentation. I'll put it in a bag. That is crazy. So this week from Lego, which I'm assuming it's Lego. It's like Lego SS or something like that was the brand name. And I'm like, what is this? So I sell this. I can't remember the name of the brand, but it's not Lego, but it's compatible with Lego. So I put compatible with Lego. This thing has been listed, and I've been selling them not like one a year for about 4 years now. I've had it listed. I think I picked up 4 of them, and this was the last one. So I've sold 3, but like I said, probably only like one a year. It's been a really, really slow seller. And I put it compatible with Lego. I didn't call it a Lego brand or whatever, but I guess you can't say compatible with. So I wonder how like cell phone companies, when they sell cases and it's made by Fu Chung Chu brand, and you have and and you say, oh, it's compatible, right? It fits an iPhone 11, an iPhone 12. So that's what I'm guessing. Apple doesn't mind if you say that it fits it or it's compatible with it, whereas Lego doesn't want you to say it. So they said it was counterfeit. And I'm like, well, it's not counterfeit because it's really the brand that I said it was. And I think, but Lego was able to file a barrel. Thankfully, I didn't have my account shut down or temporary suspended or anything. It just gave me a warning. And it's weird because it's not my first Vero. I've had a like a 3-day suspension, maybe even a 7-day before. I think I've probably have had 6 or 7 of them over, I don't know, many years, many years. So I don't know. I wonder when they suspend. When do they do? Because everyone always says, oh, you start with like a 3-day, then a 7-day, and then like it goes longer. But thankfully, they didn't suspend me. I don't know. It's just because I thought you could say compatible with, as long as you're saying what the brand really is. I don't know. Um, some boxing tournaments copyrighted the name. Oh, Fight Like a Girl. Yeah, I think when I hear like Fight Like a Girl, I would think that it's probably copyrighted. Um, Now that I've been doing more print on demand and creating designs for t-shirts and mugs and shower curtains lately, plus I've been doing some notebooks and stuff, which I'm going to talk about later with that. Then I've been going on to the USPTO website where you can look at what they called a program called TESS. You're looking at, let's say you're new to eBay and you want to create your eBay account and you want to call your store a certain store. It's really worth it to go to TESS and put in that name just to make sure that somebody hasn't already copyrighted or any of that type of stuff for your store name. Go to like a website, like for instance, I'm Red Barn Planning, and I immediately put in Red Barn Planning. Nobody had it. I wanted to make sure nobody had Red Barn Planners, Red Barn Plan, anything Red Barn to do with books, and that was the. And then I went to redbarnplanning.com, and it was free. So I mean, it was free as in available. So I registered it right away. Even if you don't ever plan on having a website, it is worth it to register. I mean, it costs like $15 or something to register a domain name. It is, in my opinion, it's drops in the bucket. There are Etsy people who have been using their store name for years, and now somebody else has come along and is starting to use their brand name on stuff, and just having that domain name just right, saying, hey, look, I've owned this domain since this time period. I just gives you some kind of like a leg to stand on, as they say. So things like Fight Like a Girl, I mean, I just have heard that before, so it's something that I would probably check. It's just crazy. You would think if you're reselling an item, you would be okay. Especially now, if you made the item and you're selling it as something handmade that you've made, yeah, that can get you taken down. But if you're reselling something on like eBay, or if it was a vintage item, then you should be fine. You should be all right under the first sale doctrine. I could not contact anyone at Etsy. Etsy is ridiculous. They're almost as bad as eBay. Like, there's customer service since COVID has gone away. Like, to find to be able to get a hold of customer service for almost any company lately has just been a nightmare. But our platforms that we pay to sell on, it has become non-existent. You can't call a phone number anymore. You got to have them contact you. Sometimes they never contact you. Sometimes they get to you right away. And I mean, it is just so unpredictable. And most of the time, you don't get somebody who speaks very good English. So it's extremely difficult to have a conversation. They're not understanding you because maybe you're using like terminology that is just like slang here in the United States, but they're not located in the United States. I mean, I understand companies want to save money, so they outsource it to other countries that it's cheaper, but it is just crazy. And with COVID, a lot of people were working from home. And I know for a while with eBay, when you call their customer service, sometimes if you called and you got a US based customer service, you might hear a kid crying or a dog barking or whatever because they were answering the phone from home. Well, I don't understand why they can't work from home and answer the phones. But now go back to the office. There's no reason to still be doing, unless it's cheaper for them to hire people to work from home than it is to have them in an office. My mom is really excited to get one of your caregiver planners. I ordered one for her. Oh, thank you, Laura. I saw your post. So I own a group on YouTube, on Facebook, called Red Barn Planning. It's not really a group. I don't think it's a group. I think it's just my page. But let me show you guys what I got. I was gonna talk about it later, but since you brought it up, actually, hold on. Let me log on. No, let me share my screen. I'm just going to show you how easy it is to find. I'm going to go to Amazon, and I'm going to type in up here. Just type in my name, Tamara Augustino. Make sure you spell my name correctly. It's Augo. And look at this. 3 of my books. Yeah, nothing else is on here yet. 3 of my books have come up. So this is the one that she is talking about that Laura just ordered. So there is a glitch right now on Amazon. This price is at $4.82, which is insane to be able to order a 170-page planner for $4.82. So if you have somebody that you know that could use this planner, I highly encourage you to buy it right now, because you will never be able to get it this price. So what happened was, this went live last Saturday. I went to order an author copy, like you can pre-order it type of thing, but it has a thing that goes across it that says not for resale. This is an author copy, or like whatever, like a proof or whatever. Well, I went to order one of those because I just wanted to see the quality of the paper and everything. And it had it was charging me $5.99 for shipping. And I'm like, plus the price of printing it. So I'm like, I am not going to be paying $5.99 in shipping. So I've got 2 Amazon accounts. I have my selling account, and then I have a buying account. I've always done it, and I know a lot of people say don't have 2. If you're a seller, it can shut you down or whatever. Don't have 2 selling accounts unless you've gotten permission to do it. But I've always had 2, never had any issues. So in this case, I said, well, I'm going to see once it goes live, if I drop the price to my where I don't make any money. So at $4.82, I make 0 money. It doesn't cost me anything, but I make nothing. So $4.82 is the cost of printing, the cost of shipping, and the cost of Amazon's final value fees. So, I mean, that's not bad, right? $4.82. That's not a bad price at all. So if you charge above that, of course, your final value fee would go up a little bit based upon percentage, but anything really above that is almost profit. So normally this price would be $14.97. So I dropped it to $4.82, went and ordered some of them so I could see what they look like, and I have some I wanted to give to some people. And and then I immediately, after I ordered, I immediately went and raised the price back to $14.97. Well, it's been a month, it's been a week, and I opened a case on this Saturday, and said, hey, it's been 7 days. It still shows the lower price, even though on my dashboard and on your bookshelf, they call it for KDP Publishing, it says $14.97. You know what they pretty much replied? Oh my God, I want to open the email. Let me see. You will not believe. Okay, let me see. Let me move this. Open this back up. Okay, hold on. Now you get to see all my email I got in here, right? Right here. Okay. Check this out. So KDP customer support. This is the price right here. This is what I want you. No. Maybe it's this part right here. Okay, so it is the first 2 paragraphs. Per our terms and condition, we retain discretion to set the retail customer price for the books we sell. Our decision to discount products is based on a number of so look at this. We retain discretion to set the retail customer price for the books we sell. They can set the price. What the heck? So, our decision to discount products is based on a number of considerations which vary over time. We suggest you set the list price for your books based on what you deem is fair value for customers, which $14.97 is still a really, really good price for. I mean, I don't have one here. Did you guys see my video? I put up a travel time where I was showing you. It's like this thick. It's really thick. However, the discount doesn't. So look, this is the next part. However, the discount doesn't affect royalties earned from orders placed on Amazon. Your royalties will continue to be calculated from the list price you provide on your KDP contact account, KDP account. So, what does that mean? It means that when the book sells for $4.82, I will still make my revenue, my royalties, based on the list price of $14.97. And I'm like, really? So I went, and I could get in trouble for doing this because I didn't know. Now I know I know how you order KDP books as an author, where before I didn't. I thought it was just this one way, which was going to be expensive. So I went to my reports, and since I had ordered some books, I went and I looked, and I got royalties off for my own orders, which that could be a big no-no, right? I mean, huge no-no. But now I know there's actually, when you're on KDP logged into your account, you can order copies they're called author copies. So the other one was like proof copies, I guess is what it was. Proof copies, but they have all the words across it, said not for resale. Well, you can order author copies, and you pretty much just pay, I think, just the like the printing cost, and then you pay the shipping. Shipping is $5.99. So, but if you order like 3 or 4 of them, it's still $5.99. It does go up as you start to add more and more, but I'm like, okay, that's how you do it. So now I know not to come and drop my price and not to order from the retail side. I can order from the author side. So that's what I'm doing now. So I just listed these on I don't think I listed them on eBay. Did I list them on eBay? I'm trying to remember if I listed them on eBay, but I do know that I listed them on Etsy. So if I sell one on Etsy, I can go under the author copies and drop ship it. So I'm using Amazon as a partner for my print job, which is same thing if I was doing print on demand for like t-shirts like these. I use, Printful, Printify, or whatever to print those. So same type of thing. But yeah, so I'm really, it came out so nice. If you have not seen a video yet, go look at my video. Not right now, but when this one's done, I have a video with Travel Time Chit Chat where I show you some of the inside pages and all that. If you go to my Etsy listing, you can actually see. Let me go to Etsy. Let's go to Etsy. No, let's go to my retail side of things. Here it is. Oh, hold on. I need to change this. This picture's wrong. Because it's not purple. It's this green color. Interesting. I didn't even notice that. I gotta go back and change this. If you're gonna order it from my digital download, it's purple. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that when I created this listing. All right, but this is what the pages look like inside. So there's daily log pages. So this is why the book is so big, because there's 90 of these that you can put all this information in. You can come back and freeze this, or go to this Etsy listing if you want to see it. Appointments. So Claudia had said something about this doctor appointment planner. That's what this book is. So this page in here, I felt was important enough that you could have it all by itself, because like my in-laws and my mom, right? They're older, they forget stuff. And every time they go to the doctors, I ask them a question and they're like, oh, I forgot to ask that. I forgot to do this. I forgot to mention that. And so I gave both of them one of these books, which is just this inside it. So if you look at, let me go back to here. So this is the doctor appointment book. So right now, unfortunately with Amazon, all they show you is this cover and the back cover, right? This is all they put in here. So I just worked on A+ content for my caregiver planner. So when you go to my listing and you go and you scroll down here, you'll be able to see like more information. They'll show you pictures and stuff. Taken that page, this page, and created a whole book just for this. And that's what I gave to my in-laws, and I gave one to my mom last week because I think it's so important for you, even if you're not like, you don't have to be sick with something, but how many times do you say to yourself, I got to remember to mention that to the doctor, right? It's just something that's minor, but when you go to the doctors, there's so many times I've walked out and I said, oh, I forgot to mention this. I forgot to mention that. So this is great for that. So it's a book of just these pages for you to make notes for your doctor, questions, and notes from your appointment, any referrals you got from your appointment, when your next appointment is. All right, so that's also in the caregiver planner though too. Then there's these medical information pages. So you can list your doctor, your specialty phone number, pharmacy and phone number, other contacts, medical conditions that you have, allergies, emergency. Do you have an advancce directive? Where is it? So like when my dad had Alzheimer's, like this type of stuff is good because when we had a home health nurse come in once a week, if something was to happen when my mom and I were gone to bingo, just to give her some respite care for herself, to get out and just go and get away from taking care of somebody 24/7. It would be nice for if something was to happen, if the EMTs were called or something like that, they could pull this right open and they would have a list of all of my dad's medical conditions handy, any allergies, right? Penicillin. I'm allergic to sulfa. And then there's 12 monthly calendars. They're all undated. Then there's medication dosage and what time. And all of these are like really wide ruled. So for people, because a lot of times it's a caregiver is your loved one. So like most of the time it was my mom that was caring for my dad. So she could see this and write in it and all that kind of stuff. So I made sure it was nice and big, note pages. And then there is a year at a glance, which I will tell you that when this printed, I did not like. These are the 2 pages in the whole planner that I don't like. They're a little bit blurry. So I'm not a fan of these 2 pages in the book. But honestly, I debated on pulling it and re-uploading it under a whole nother ISBN number. But I thought, well, it's not that bad. I mean, you can still read it, but it's slightly blurry. But you can still read it enough. Then I decided just to continue with it. And then I just added that. So yeah, so those are my items on Amazon that I've uploaded. This is a doctor appointment. Now this one, the circle is not centered. See how it's like off just a little bit? So that's been annoying me. I have since figured out how to avoid that a little bit. So my next books aren't like that. But yeah. So those are my books. I'm so excited. Let's get back. I got to get back to packaging, huh? All right, let's get back to packaging my orders. But yeah, so it looks really nice. But I got a few people, Doyle and John. All right, hey Timothy and John, you guys popped in. Good morning. Congrats on the planners. I know. And Timothy Doyle Warehouse and I spoke a little bit about planners and printing, and I was so discouraged because I couldn't find an affordable place to get them printed. And I had heard about KDP Publishing. Now, my son's got a book on KDP. It's an ebook, which somebody from one of my shows, we talked about it maybe like a couple months ago, went and ordered it. So thank you for the royalty deposit coming in. And so he's had that book. I need to find the original file for that book, the manuscript, so I can take that. I'd love to get a printed copy of the book for him. Like I really want to do that, but I gotta find it. I don't know where it is because his book's been up there for Oh gosh, maybe, let me look. Maybe like 6. Anthony Augustino. Right, let me show you. This is his book. For anybody who likes to read or has kids that like to read like fantasy books. So this is my son's book. It's called The Sandman by Anthony. So 2012. It's been 10 years. Wow. It has been 10 years that he has had this book. That is amazing. So you can download this book for $3.99. If your kids have Kindle readers or anything like that, it is a really, really good book. I mean, and I'm not just saying that because he's my son. I think I shared this with you guys a couple months ago. When I read it for the first time, I was flying, so I was like, oh yeah, I'll read it. I printed it. I did the editing. So chances are I've missed a ton of stuff because I was sitting there editing as I was reading it. And there's times I would like read like a whole page and have to go back to edit it because I was just so engrossed in it. But I said to him afterwards, I'm like, did you plagiarize this? Because it was that good. He wrote this in high school and it was so good. And he's like, no, it all came from him. But he's always been a really like a huge reader. He read all the time, like enough where there's times when I wanted to ground him from reading because I'm like, you got to go do something else than read. Put down a book and go outdoors. So you know what he did one time? I said, you got to go outdoors. Stop reading. You got to go outdoors. He took his book and went and sat in the middle of the front yard and read it. That's his going outdoors. Um, his 8th grade graduation, he went across the stage carrying a book, and the teachers were I mean, there was always a like the joke of him because he was always had a book in his hand, was always reading. So I think the more you read, the more it's easier for you to become a writer because you know the way things read or the way things are written when you read them. It's just better, I think. But yeah, so he wrote this. I came up with this. Like I am not a writer. I'm not a writer. And so this probably doesn't do it justice. I just grabbed this photo from something online. I don't know. I probably could get in trouble for it, but it's been 10 years and nobody's got me yet. Um, just a really good book. So all right, I'm done. I'm done selling my son's book, but it is really good. If you like fantasy type of stuff, right? Because there's a talking cat in it. And there's a wizard. It's an unexpected book, right? So a lot of times when people write books, you kind of know how it's going to end. You kind of know what's going to happen. You watch a movie, you kind of know like certain things are going to happen at it. You know at the end of the movie everything's going to be perfectly fine. With this book, there was so many twists and turns that I was just like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that was going to happen. Like it was just really, it's really, really good writing. I wish like a real publishing house would read his book and I just really think this could be good. He does have another book off that came off from this one, but I just haven't. I'm just not I don't like to read. So, it's been many years. It's up there, but it's not edited. Um I just want to read a couple more comments that I missed. Congratulations on your planners. I was going to leave a comment on your chit chat video, but on the end I didn't. Okay, that's all right. The white cover is so beautiful. I would have loved to have one when I was in deep treatment with loads of appointments to administer. Yeah, guilty at times when I'm trying to put in keywords because I put in like cancer for one of the keywords, Alzheimer's, because I think that anytime, especially like the caregiver planner, if you're taking care of somebody but the appointments, like I put in cancer, Alzheimer's, elderly, like really you could just be a healthy person going to the doctors. There's like 30, 36 appointments or something like that in the book, pages for appointments. It's enough to cover you for a while, but yeah, I my mother's like, "Yeah, I need it for even when I go to the ologist and like all these different things." I'm like, it's just good. Not just to mention, you could write something down that you're going to talk to your dermatologist about. But it's good that when you go to your like normal doctor to be like, oh yeah, this is what happened at the dermatologist, right? Because they get reports, but they don't have time to read all the reports from the other doctors, if they even get them. To get inside pictures on Amazon, can you have someone who purchased it leave a review and upload pictures to it? Yeah, absolutely. You can do that. But I did the A+ content, they call it, and I did that on one of them, approved. So hopefully that will pop up. I will leave a review when my mom gets it. Sweet. Thank you, Laura. I love how creative you are. Hey, thanks. And hey, good morning, Robin. All right, so let's get back to packaging because I know there's people on here that are like, I just want to see what you sold. 50 minutes into it and you've packaged one item. Oh no, I packaged 2 items. All right, so I've sold this. I bought it at a garage sale for $1. It's a pillowcase. Oh, this homemade pillowcase. Now, this is something that if I was to put this on Etsy, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it is turned down, but because she's my mother-in-law's calling. And I'm like, why is it ringing out loud? Because she's on my emergency thing, so overrides my settings. All right, so now if you were to sell this on Etsy, you could get in trouble with, is it Marvel? Yeah, Marvel Avengers. So you could get in trouble with Marvel. They could put something against you are not supposed to buy printed material that's licensed and then resell whatever you make from it. You can use it for your own personal use, but not resell it. So, but I took a chance. This was not on, I don't think it was. I should check on Etsy. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. So this I bought for $1. I sold it for 10 plus shipping. Not a big money maker, but it's one of those things that I'm like, oh, that'll sell. You know, it's just kind of the bread and butters last year during garage sale season. So it's been listed for a while. Probably like 9 months, I'd say. Okay, 6 ounces. 6. Hopefully she calls. Excuse me. Hopefully she calls my husband upstairs to let, because I don't know what she's calling for. I know she was going to the cable company today, so hopefully she's not calling me from the cable. She's trying to get that necessary paperwork I was talking to you guys about earlier so she could get her thing registered. All right, so I got this t-shirt. It is for Carnival Cruise Lines. So it's a size large. It's something my husband and I cleaned out our closets last year. And at one point he was a size large. He's now a 2X. So he said, well, might as well get rid of that size large. I never wore it. Still has its tags. And I said, all right, let's I'll throw it on eBay. So it had a price of retail of $16.95. I probably paid like maybe $10 for it the most, because they always have sales. They always sell their t-shirts like, I don't know, 3 for $30 or something like that, right? So it's usually pretty cheap. Probably even was less than $10. So I sold it at the asking price of $16.95, and that's what it sold for, $16.95 plus shipping. It's nice because it's new with tags. Now this is one that's been listed since like last fall. I think I probably listed this one. So it wasn't a quick seller either. Most of my stuff is not quick sellers. I have not been sourcing much lately because I haven't been listing much. I am going to start getting extremely picky with what I source. I probably won't be sourcing things like this. Like, well, this is just for my own closet, so that's no problem. But I wouldn't pick up this. I won't pick up the pillowcase. You know, a lot of the stuff you're seeing that I'm packaging today, I probably wouldn't pick up again if I was to do it. Right now, my time is being spent primarily on doing print on demand products. So I don't even really want to be doing what I'm doing right now. I'm not with you guys, but I don't want to be packaging orders. Like, I'm trying to get away from that. That is my goal right now, is to get away from this, to have more passive income. But it's going to take a long time to get up to the point that can replace shipping products out. Right now, doing this is what's still bringing in the income. The other stuff is just not bringing in enough income. And yeah, even Amazon. I'd rather go back to selling more FBA items, but man, I've been so frustrated with returns. When I get returns and they changed their mind is the reason, right? But I get it in, it's been opened, it's been used. Like, you changed your mind after you opened it and used it. And now with Amazon, they refund as soon as it gets the first scan through the post office, they refund. So I can't even deduct, because you used to be able to deduct a certain percentage if you got it back in a different condition. I think you could open a case and all that, but most people are like, just don't, right? It's just cost of doing business on Amazon, which really stinks, which I dislike so much. Somebody saying it's not the same as the description, and you're like, what do you mean? It's exactly what the description is. All right, so I sold these socks. Speaking of Amazon, I actually picked these up. As you can see, I got my FNSKU sticker on here. These went into Amazon. They were a profit. I think actually I shared this in my Discord group at the time, because they were on clearance at Walmart. I paid $6 for these. I don't remember what happened on Amazon. Most likely price tankers, but they sat there for long enough, and I finally pulled them back. And the bag just looks nasty, which can tell you why it's good that you bag stuff, because things are just dirty at Amazon. But anyway, so I paid $6 for these. I sold them for $19.99 on eBay. They are Steel Toe Crew Nano Glide Dicky socks. So they're like a specialty type of a sock. Okay. What should I put these in? Let's put them in one of these bigger ones. Let's put it in a bigger bag. I keep some of these 13 by 11 bags on hand all the time. Most of the time I use the 12 by 8 size, but it is nice to have this bigger size for the times like this. For those who have been wondering, I was supposed to get the RV out of storage on April 1st. What is today? The 11th? Still don't have it. So we're supposed to be hitting the road next Monday for travel, and we don't have the means of travel yet. So what happened was, the place that we store the RV at, we have a Class C RV, or I guess motorhome they call them also. I don't know. There's so many terminologies. But where we had it in storage, they put it wheels in front of ours, and the guy says he doesn't have anything to move the fifth wheels out of the way. He's got to wait for some guy, and the guy, I guess, is a trucker who owns them, to come and move them. And so the guy was on the road. So who knows when he's going to be back? So we're kind of waiting for that. He usually uses like this, I don't know. He's got like, not a forklift. I can't think of what the word is I'm trying to come up with, but he has something that he uses to move, like, because people store their boats in there and their normal travel trailers, and so he can move those all around. But for some reason, he can't do these fifth wheels. So yeah, so we're stuck. Ours can't move until the thing is moved. And he said, no, like, you need to tell him that we have a trip plan. Hey, good morning, Swamp Picker. some coffee. I forgot that I brought coffee down. Okay, so then I got, this is so weird. I sold some of these last week. Or was it the week before? I already got feedback on them. And so I had these for a while. These went to Amazon. As you can see, there's a sticker in there. Something else that got pulled back. So if you're an Amazon seller, some people just don't have the room to pull their stuff back, so they just have it liquidated. But I pull it back and then I will list it on eBay. So this is another pair of headphones, but they're like the old school style that you have to plug in, earbuds. And these only sold for $4.99. Now this person did say, looking forward to the item. Please do not request a signature on delivery. Isn't that weird? For a $4.99 item? I don't think I'll be asking for a signature. Trying to find. I think all I got are my really good boxes left. So I used to order from a company called Supply Hut. Their boxes are thinner, lightweight. So if you don't want to add weight to have to pay more in shipping, well, it's been over a year now and I've gone on strike from ordering from them. I boycotted them because their customer service is horrible. Their shipping times were horrible. They mark things as shipped, but then they don't ship them for weeks, maybe a month later. It has been just horrible service. So I said, I'm not ordering from you anymore. So I found another supplier. But the problem with the other supplier is this is a different size, but look at the quality of the box. I don't know if you can tell, right? So this one is really thin. You can tell because it's that lighter color cardboard, which is just always kind of more been that cheaper cardboard. This is thicker, more similar to like if you ordered the eBay boxes. They're like this thicker, nice cardboard. And I use this if I don't want something to get broken, but they're so much thicker. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know. You can tell right away feeling them, right? They're just such a big difference. So I'm going to see if I put them in here. I think I'll do this one because they don't really need, I don't want a poly bag. I could put them in a poly bag, but I'm going to box it. You know, I got like a bubble. I gotta find somebody else who makes these cheap quality boxes besides Supply Hut. Hey, good morning, Never Too Old. How are you doing, Carlene? Haven't seen you in my chats for a while. Oh, you can tell the difference. Okay, good. Yeah, you know, it's so hard sometimes on video to see things versus in person. All right, so these are going to go into, I just would feel better in a box. The other ones I probably put in an envelope. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, so it's only 4 ounces. Put it in that other box, guaranteed it probably would have weighed more. Even though this box is an 8x4x4 and the other one's a 6x4x4, I bet you the 6 is still heavier than the 8. This is my last one. I don't have any more. This is going to Massachusetts. I think I'm going to put another piece of tape on this. Another 2 pieces. I like the 3-inch tape. I've never used it, but I probably put about 3 inches wide on my stuff. Nancy, uh-oh. Okay. Let me just check my phone for a minute. I guess she left a voicemail. It just notified me. Oh my God, ago. I left a voicemail 8 minutes ago. It gives me like, oh shoot. I just tried calling her. I hit the wrong button. Oh, maybe she butt dialed me. I hear somebody sneaking up behind me. Oh, good. Your mom butt dialed me. Okay. Good.
I'm just going to see if you were all done.
No, not yet.
Okay, I'm taking your car. I'm going to go measure through the RV.
Okay, we'll just obviously be home in 2 hours.
2 hours. It closes at 1:30.
I know, but be home at 2:30. I don't like to walk in with packages. Be home by 12:30. I mean, I don't like to walk in with packages at closing time. And I'm averaging one package every half hour because I don't know how to stop talking. I still use Supply Hut. Haven't had any problem. I'm sorry they haven't worked. I've just so I ordered December 2020 and had issues, and then I ordered again, I think February of 2021 and had issues, and then so like back-to-back issues with 2 orders, and then I said a year ago, I'm like, that's it, not ordering for me anymore. And I've heard from so many people having a lot of issues, so I'm glad that I had stopped. When the Bearded Picker still had his channel, one of his last few shows, they were talking about it, and quite a few of them were saying they were having issues getting their orders in time. There are crush proof ratings on boxes. The lightweight ones are 23. I got my last order of those boxes from EcoSwift. Oh, so I should try EcoSwift. I feel like I've ordered from them before. I feel like I have. All right, so I sold. It's so weird. All right, so I bought these last year. These like can cooler lunch bags, right? So just like coolers, and they haven't sold. And I pulled one out of my stock to use last Saturday. I was going to a craft fair and I wanted something to put my lunch in. The ones that I have of my own. So I said, oh, I know I got some for sale down on eBay, so I'm going to go down and grab one. So I grabbed one, and then I went and took it off, changed my listing number from how many I had, like, I don't know, let's say I have 6 of them. So I changed it down to 5. And then all of a sudden this one sold. I'm like, what? That's really weird because they haven't been selling. So here I got one I sold. I paid $2 for these. And I guess it's going priority. I put down 2 pounds. Ooh, it's not. It's like 11.4. I shouldn't have to put that in a box, huh? I should be able to put it in one of these. I think it would be all right. Make sure there's no pricing on it. I don't think so. So these I got at, so these were selling for $20 at Walgreens. And when they have their back to school markdowns, they were getting rid of all their summer and back to school stuff, 90% off. So I paid $2 for it. So originally it was $20 at Walgreens. That was a good deal. And I sold it for $16. I don't know if I said how much yet. $16. I just stopped in to say hi. I'm well. Thanks for asking. I'm usually running errands in the morning, so I've been missing your lives. Everyone, have a wonderful week. Thanks for stopping in, Carlene. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the messages you leave all the time, the comments on my videos. Okay, so I'm just going to put it in this. And it is 12 ounces. So I definitely need to change that because that could be cost prohibited if they're only 11 ounces. Yeah, I definitely need to change the listing. I'm going to open up the listing here so I can go in and change it. All right, so I can ship it for $4.83 first class. What's the oh, yeah, I'm going to do first class because first class is estimated delivery date is April 14th to the 16th. Priority mail is April 13th to the 16th. So it's literally one day earlier, possibly, right? Not even guaranteed. So I'm just going to go and do this. $11.62 in shipping. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a lot. I should refund some of their shipping. I don't usually refund shipping, but that's a huge thing. They're all in at $28.93. That's a big difference. Yeah, I definitely need to go and edit that listing because that could be why people haven't been buying it, right? Be like, oh, I'm not paying $12 to ship a land cooler. I'm going to receipt. Revise your listing. Oh, I only got 2 left. I have other sizes too, maybe even other colors. I definitely need to check the other listings. Let me see. Priority mail. Let me change that to first class. Gonna do it right now because if I don't, I will forget and not come back and change this. 15. Okay. Update listing. Let me close these other windows I got open here. I got so many windows open now. Okay, so that was it for eBay, by the way. So that is it for eBay. And then we already did Posh. So let's do Etsy. So Etsy, I only got one lousy order. Well, I don't say lousy. I say lousy as in the number one, not that the order itself is lousy. But I only sold one item, and that is this Happy Notes, Happy Planner notebook. So it's big. It's really big. So this normally would have sold for $14.99. Let's see what I sold it for. Oh, I got 2 orders. Hold on. Hold your horses. Oops. I hate this Etsy. Why are you? Okay, here they are. Okay, I got 2 orders. I sold one to somebody else. That's another one. I got to go grab that one still. This one I got to ship by tomorrow. I extended my shipping time frame on Etsy and haven't gone back. But yeah, so this one sold for $20 all in. Let me see. I hate that I can't like see what it sold for unless I make it like I'm going to print a receipt. Also, I sold it for $15. Oh, and I was running a 10%, no, 15% off sale, I think. And they got a sale on it. So I don't know, 15, which isn't bad. I usually will list it for whatever the asking price is. Like if I buy planner stuff, especially Happy Planner stuff, I will list it for whatever the price is, that not what I paid for it, but the retail price. Same with when I get to some Amazon stuff. I got some sticker books. These sell for $19 normally. That's what I ask, is 19. Actually, I think they may have sold for $19.99. So in this case, yeah, so 15. And I'm gonna I think I'm gonna do, I don't know if they're gonna fit a, where's it going? Oh, it's going all the way to Nevada. I was hoping it was going to the East Coast because I would just put it in a normal type of envelope and do regular priority with it. I don't know if it's gonna fit or flat rate envelopes in. I've been using a lot of these lately. I haven't emptied out the thing yet. I don't know if it's gonna fit in here. So I usually would put it in. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to shut it. I'm not gonna be able to shut it. Shoot. I'm gonna have to go regular priority with this. Oh, I put it down as first class mail. Ooh, let's see. Well, you gonna go first class? So I'm thinking you're gonna be priority. Oh, yeah, you were so priority. That one. Oh, shoot. All right. Well, I'm gonna be losing money on shipping because it is not gonna fit. It is not gonna fit in a flat rate, and it is not gonna fit in a padded. So in the legal ones are just longer. It's going to smack. Yeah, well, so I ship a lot of these in flat rate envelopes. I've had no complaints. I usually will put some type of protection around the biggest thing are these right here, because they're breakable. I've never had any break that a customer has said, but I've had it break here, and I don't know if I bought it broken or not, but when I went to package some to send into Amazon FBA one time, I noticed that one of the discs was pain in the rear to change out. But just trying to think of what I should put it. If it's going to end up going priority, I think I'm just going to put this one in a box. I think I'll just use one of these boxes to put it in. Then I don't have to worry about anything getting smashed. I'm doing like, you know, that those people who used to do the whole box in a bag thing. I used to get me going on those because so many were doing it wrong. But usually envelopes are cheaper if you go through through pirate ship. But I feel like, well, we'll see. Let's see what the price is on this in this box. I'm going to go to pirate ship, actually. I'm going to do pirate ship. And Las Vegas. The reason why I ask where it's going is because you can integrate on Poshmark. I keep pronouncing things wrong today. On Pirate Ship, you can integrate your platform. So it pulls in your eBay orders, your Etsy orders, Shopify if you use Shopify. Even if you've got multiple Etsy and eBay stores, it'll pull them all in. So it pulls all 4 of my Etsy stores in. So I just need to know which order to look at. Okay, so this is 11625 by 2.5 by 13.4375. And how much do you weigh? 111. Man, I was way off on those. I got another one. I gotta make sure I upgrade that listing. Rando question: is Chanel a Vero on eBay? I don't think so. As long as you are selling it, as long as it's legit, I think you're okay. 1266. 1266. All right, let's go back. So UPS ground is 1135. It's 1266 doing priority. So let's take that box out of the equation here. So I think what I might do, I'm going to try this in, I'm just going to weigh it without a box. 5. So let me go back and I'm going to say an envelope at 1.6. So let's do 1.7. And then let's do a 13 by 11. That's what my big envelopes are. Let's just see what this says. Still 1135. Priority still okay. So it doesn't make any difference whether I put it in a box or an envelope for priority. The biggest difference is if I put it in an envelope, I could go UPS is definitely cheaper at 1135. So I think I'm going to go with UPS because I got to run out into town today anyhow. Normally I won't do UPS if it's only one package and it's going to save me $1.30. I'm not going to do it. It's just not worth the extra travel I have to do to go to a UPS location to drop it off. Otherwise, post office is like 2 minutes from my house. But I got to go into town anyhow because I got to go to Aldi. So let's do. Oh, wait a minute. Those, no, I don't. Those UPS boxes we have, I don't think any of them are big enough to hold this. I think they're all too small. So I am gonna, since I'm gonna do an envelope now, I am gonna do more bubble on the. So I'm gonna double this, and I'm gonna wrap it just over the edge, just over the breakable part. Because I'm gonna envelope it and do a UPS with it. So somebody made a comment. That eBay group I belong to. I know a couple of you in here are on that in that group. I had posted the prices that you can get now from Amazon. If I am shipping something under £1 on Amazon, I would almost always go first class. Well, now, which we'll see when I do these, the next things do priority mail shipping rates now that are cheaper than first class. So if first class is going to be $4.66, they're giving me priority mail for $4.33 to ship it. Insane rates. But somebody had said to me when I was saying how, like, why would you not ship it priority now? Like, that's awesome. Like, I love it. Somebody said, well, the thing with priority is most priority packages weigh over £1. So if you've got something lightweight that you are worried about getting crushed, like this isn't lightweight, but let's say this was, and you decided to go ahead and upgrade it to priority, 10, 20 pound packages that are going to be packaged with this and on top of it. So I was like, that was kind of a nice, bringing that up, but I still think it's worth it to upgrade it to priority. I mean, you get insurance, and if they bust it because of their whatever, but I guess I'll wait and see. If I start to get complaints because things are getting crushed, then I might think differently. But my mother-in-law again. My mother-in-law again. Stop calling me. This is the last time you butt dialed me. I don't even know. Like, how do you even butt dial anymore? Right? Butt dialing was back when you actually had buttons you'd had to push. But on your phone, like for me, it's got to be unlocked with my face. Although I have noticed that now that I got this Apple Watch, my Apple Watch will unlock my phone without my face. If I just pick the phone up, it'll unlock it. So I can see where maybe I could possibly hit the button and dial somebody. I can listen to her whole voicemail later, though. See where she was and who she was talking to, because I could hear her talking in the background. All right, let me make sure I got this right. It was one. Got to go back. Previous step. 1-7. No, it's actually 1-6. And let me just make sure that this measurement isn't. I'm pretty sure these are 13/11s. Oh, this is actually 11.5. And that's a 12. 13/12. Make sure it's still the right price. Yeah, 11.35. All right, I'm going to go UPS ground. Do you use face recognition to unlock your phone? I do. I sure do. All right, now I got to remember to go to UPS. But you know what's nice? This fits right in the UPS box too. So I don't have to go inside if I don't want. My UPS location is just a hub, and they actually don't have a counter postage to send something back. You literally walk in, there's nobody around, you leave the package and you go. There's no getting a receipt. They don't scan it in. The only time, well, most of the time I drive further and go to the UPS store. Okay, that's interesting that I have an order. Oh, because I had sold something else on Etsy. I sold an undated planner. Let me go get this floral planner. I don't think it's this one. No, it's right here. You know how many floral planters I have? All even in the same color scheme. So this is the one I sold. So if you ever see these like on clearance, not this specific one, but planters that are undated. Hold on, you can't see. $89 is what I paid for it. Normally $7.99. Let me tell you what I sold it for, because I gotta look on this other screen. So I sold it for $12.87. $12.87, baby. Right? They could have went in the store and full price was $7.99. But as the season goes on, these are harder and harder to find because right now they're discounting planters all over the place. So, because planter sales have slowed down tremendously. It's a pretty nice one. It's all undated. All right, so this one I sold for whatever I said, $17.42 altogether, and it's going to Jen in Wisconsin. Which, let's go over here. Let's use Pirate Ship. I like using Pirate Ship because it goes to what's it go to? It goes to my out of my cashback card. Oh my God, I can't even think. All right, let's see. I'm so excited, guys! I got a whole kit. I ordered the larger ones because it wasn't much more, like $1 more to order a whole bunch, 100 of them. Oh, 100 of them. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to put it in here. And I'm going to fold it on where the spiral is. Close that down. And then let's just tape the ends. So you know I like to do that. So mail doesn't get stuck. I like to tape the end so mail doesn't get inside here. Next thing you know, you got somebody else's mail. There we go. Okay. And this one, I click on envelope. And this is, I don't even know what size this is. 10 by, oh, like at least 8. Let's put the original. Let's first. Oh, it's 1 pound. What the heck? So this is so I could take my chances and send it at literally 1.0, or I can just do this. All right, I taped this. A lot of times I would just take my chances. But I'm going to, I'll save my 1 ounce, my 0.01 ounce is this right here. So now I'm just going to take this back over. Tape you over. So my husband was leaving. He took my car because he's got to go to, oh, and I got to tell you about my car. I got to give you an update. Is taking my car to go to the RV place because he thinks that they've moved enough vehicles that he could get to the RV now, because we need to take some measurements because there's stuff we want to upgrade on it and we haven't been able to do because we don't know what size. Like we need new stairs, we need to get an awning for our pull out, and we need to get, there's no blind or curtain or anything for at night to close eating or dining table. So we want to get a blind that we can put there, but we need to get measurements of everything. He attempted a couple months ago to get in there to measure. He's like, I can't, the space was like this wide between. He goes, I don't even know how they get them so close to each other without hitting. But he goes, I can't get my body through the space. Okay. All right, now let's weigh. 15.9. Christmas music. All right, first class. So my car. Hey, good morning, Stacy May. So did I tell you guys? Did I tell you guys a couple weeks ago that I decided to buy my Toyota Highlander? So I had a lease. I have a lease. It expires May 1st, and I was looking at what I was going to do. I was a different one. I was looking at the Kia Telluride, which I love so much. But come to find out, when you have a Toyota lease, you cannot trade in your lease with any other vehicle manufacturer except for Toyota. So I could trade it in for another Highlander or another Toyota brand, but I couldn't trade it in for, like a Honda or a Ford or whatever. Oh my God, he knows I'm on the phone with you guys. Hold on, YouTube. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm on YouTube. Bye. My gosh. The RV is unblocked. So the guy should be coming today with our keys to move it out. So that's good. So we should get the RV today. He's starting to tell me all the stuff he measured. I'm like, you could tell me later, right? Or you hopefully measured everything. Okay, so I love the Telluride, but I can't trade in my car. So the only way I can do the Telluride is if I buy my lease at the end and then take it and trade it in, right? So the thing with buying out your lease is now I got to pay sales tax. So I had a $4,000, like, what's it called? Equity, $4,000 in equity on my Highlander. Well, once I pay the taxes, which are like $2,000, then there goes, now it's only like a $2,000 equity. So kind of stinks that I just lost $2,000 of equity by trading it in. So now when I buy it, which thanks to my winnings at the casino, I'm paying cash, paying it off, buying it outright with cash. And then I got to decide, like, what am I going to do? Am I going to just keep it and keep driving it? Or do I still just want to trade it in for the Highland or for the Telluride? I really like the Tellurides. So this week, the 2023 Tellurides are going to be revealed at the New York Car Show. I'm going to see what it looks like, because even if I ordered today, I won't get one for probably like 6 months. So I'm thinking about maybe putting one on order. I decided I just didn't want to get rid of it. I don't know. I'm so torn. It really bothers me right now to pay MSRP for a car. Like, nobody in the past would ever pay literally the sticker price on a car. But if they were able to give me a good trade-in, if I got more than $2,000 for a trade-in, and it kind of in the long run netted out to be a good value of paying MSRP, but they gave me 6,000 more value than what I thought. So I had 6,000 of equity, right? Then to me, that would be almost like getting a little bit off the MSRP. So I'm kind of maybe going to see what the numbers come out to, because they wouldn't even give me a trade-in number. So at least if I can get a number after I own it, then I can decide what to do. But I don't want to pay MSRP for a car. And right now with the Tellurides, paying MSRP is a great deal. There are Telluride dealers, Kia dealers, selling the cars for over MSRP. They're like, hey, it's a manufactured suggested retail price. There are ones that are easily 5, 10, and I've seen a sticker price up to 19,000. It literally has a line item, 19,000 for literally the over for the dealer. So think about dealers. Ships are not selling as many cars right now because of what's going on with the chips, low manufacturing numbers coming up. All this stuff has just been a nightmare right now. And So when you have a salesman who is used to selling 50 cars a month, which that might be an outrageous number, I don't even know, maybe they sold 20 cars a month for one salesman, and now they're selling 5 a month, right? So now they got to make up for what they're not selling, so they're charging MSRP, and then that commission is higher per car now versus the lower commission, but you sold more quantity. I don't know. I just still feel like you drive it off the lot, the value usually MSRP, the chips come back in a couple years. Now all of a sudden, people are going to be paying less than MSRP if the manufacturers catch on and they start catching up and building more cars again. But the labor shortage, just so many people left the labor, like working for the man, as they say. A lot of people become entrepreneurs. I don't know. All right, so Amazon, I sold this sticker book, Rainbow Happy Planner. Let's get 3 more. So this is Amazon. So let's see what Amazon shows me for. Oh, I only got 1 of these left, and I need 2 of them. I only got 1 left. So yeah, so I sold it for $19 for this. I paid $7.53 is what it says on here. So not a huge profit by the time you pay Amazon. And that's with free shipping. I'm going to put in, let me share this with you guys. I just love sharing this because this is so cool. Okay, so here's the data. I'm going to put in, putting it on your screen, 7 ounces. So I can go UPS ground for $3.69. They'll get it on the 13th estimated. USPS first class is the 14th. I'm surprised there's not a priority mail. How much is priority? Priority cubic 777. Okay, so yeah, they don't even give a priority mail discount like I was saying earlier. So I think I might go UPS because I got to go UPS anyhow. So I'll save 7 cents or 7 cents, 10 cents. Right, I'm going to remove you because I'm going to click this and it's going to show their address. So might as well go UPS. Got to go there anyhow. But you got to remember, I threw it in my post office pile, my other package I had. Oh, I need, here it is. So this is, I'm using an eBay envelope. So what I'll do is take these blank stickers and I put it over the word eBay. Helps it block it even more. So you can't see right here where it would have said eBay. That's how I get away with using eBay envelopes. All right, and I sold another planner. I wonder if it's going to the same person. Nope. That one's Melissa. This one's Jennifer. I sold this one. Look at this one got bent though. I hope it's okay. I've been storing them upward, vertical. I'm wondering if I should store them flat. This is the last one of this one. I don't have any more. So this one, oh wait, yeah. So I got down to, I only had a couple left of this one called Happy Year. This one again, $7.53 I paid for it. I don't know if that's correct, but I sold this one for 22. So it was 19, but I upped the price because I was getting very few of them left in stock. Actually, I'm going to look and see. Let's see what it's selling for now. Yeah, right now, the person who's got the buy box is selling it for $32.43. So I probably could have gotten more than $22 for it. Oh, so here we go. All right, so here you go. Look at this. See, the first class is $4.15. So in this case, it's actually more expensive, where I have been getting them where they've been cheaper. And this one is $4.78 if I wanted to go priority mail with it. So is it worth it to go priority mail? I don't know. They'll get it on the 13th versus the 14th. It's a sticker book. I mean, is it, will it make a difference? No, people aren't going to, this is Amazon. People don't leave reviews anyhow. So it's not going to make any difference. So in this case, it's going to stay first class. I'm not going to go, I'm not going to upgrade it. So I've sold a couple of these, Claudia, and they've been, and Stacy, I see people say store them flat. So it's easier in the bin when they're standing upright, because they have the name, a lot of them now, they have the name of the book on the top of it. So it's so much easier than storing them flat. This is the only one that has really curved on me, is this specific book. The other ones have not, but so I'm looking for another label. Hold on, let me grab a label. Wow. All that just for some scrap labels. What was I going to say? It hasn't been a problem on a lot of them, so I'm probably not going to change the way I'm doing stuff, but it is nice. I guess if I ever get to a point where I don't have so many, I got a lot of sticker books. You know, they're those things that they don't take up a huge amount of space, so I don't mind picking them up and hanging on to them. I really stick to my $19. I've got some, actually this weekend I got some offers for $10 on some sticker books. And I'm like, heck no, I'm not going to go down to 10 because it'll sell at some point for 19. The thing with sticker books is you'll get people who love Happy Planner, and they will buy almost free. And if they have a favorite and they don't make them anymore, they're only seasonal, and then the sticker books go away and then new sticker books come out. So if you really liked the Happy Year sticker book and you want more of a specific sticker that might be in the book, then people will pay up for it. So I will pretty much stick with the price that I price them at. I forgot to make sure there wasn't a sticker on this one. I hope there was no other price on it. I just taped it all up, so I'm not untaping it. So it should be, oh, this one's 9 ounces. Oh, because I used a bigger, it went to not 8.1. Oh gosh, the price changed. So priority mail, so first class, by adding 1 ounce, because it was at 8 ounces, now it's 9. It goes from priority mail's now $4.88. This is what I was saying. Let me show you this. So now priority mail is $4.88, where first class is $4.98. So now it's cheaper to go priority mail. Or I take it out and put it in a different envelope because it bumped it up by 1. So I guess folding over those envelopes when it comes to these priority mail or to first class is not advantageous, because how much was it? Go with 8 ounces was $4.15. $4.15 versus $4.98. That's a big jump. That is a big jump. So I'm going to go back to 8 ounces. Here we go again. I'm going to cut this baby. So I'm actually going to put it in a different envelope because this is an Amazon sale and they don't like when stuff doesn't look perfect when you're shipping it. So I'm going to not cut the envelope and then repackage it. So I'm just going to take it out and put it in a normal envelope. I'm not going to use a bubble. Man, some days though I would be like, I'm just going to ship it, pay the extra, because if my time is money, I can reuse this. My time is money and I don't want to waste it repackaging. Now it's going to go in this. And I'll use one sheet of bubble. Maybe if I put this tight, if I put tape around this tight enough, it can help flatten it. So that's good. I'm so excited. So that means the RV will be ready today. And yeah, we'll be able to. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I prepaid for one of our lots that we're staying at in South Carolina. And I said to my husband, I'm like, yeah, we can skip North Carolina and go right to South Carolina. It's the only place that we prepaid because the numbers were getting really low. Hey, this is good. I can check to make sure there's no other sticker prices. And so now I can not worry about canceling, or we won't have to skip North Carolina. We can go there and then go to South Carolina. So that's good. That will be very good. We don't end up with any like bad storms. I probably should have just done this from the beginning, but I'm so excited. I got those other things in, those envelopes. Okay, yeah, 7.7. All right, back to this one, first class. All right, we got one more order. This one's going all the way to California. California. All right, one more thing. Okay, didn't show. All right, I sold 2 of these. 2 quantity. So these cat bowls, I think I've showed these before, right? So they're a cat bowl. I sold 2 of them. And you put the food in here, and then when they lick it, this has got like a texture on the bottom, and it cleans their tongue. So I bought these at I think I got them at TJ Maxx. No, I got them at Bed Bath & Beyond for $4.99. And actually less than $4.99 with taxes. And they're sold for $16.99 a piece. Let's see how much you weigh. 9 ounces. So, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I can't use that. It's got eBay tape on it. Hold on. Let's see. Well, let me try the box that's got tape on it. See if it would fit in here. Oh, yeah. Let's see how much you weigh. Ooh, 15.1. So, we're going to do that, but I'm not going to use that one because it's got eBay boxes for Amazon. All right, so I'm going to take this. Actually, I did this the other day and I said, oh no, I'm not doing that again. So this is a tip, a very good tip. I've shared it on here before, but this is brown tape you can buy. Brown boxes. I need to cover where it says eBay. Brown tape over the word eBay covers eBay. And then I still use it. I'll tell you guys. So also on Wednesday, it was my husband's birthday before I went to the casino. I went to breakfast with him, and then I wasn't going to go to the casino on Wednesday because I was planning on going Friday night, but I had to go into town, which is the town right next to where the casino is, because I had a dentist appointment. I lost a tooth. I think I told you guys that over here. I lost a tooth right there. I have a crown that fell off. Well, I lost it on March 23rd. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was like, do I really want to deal with paying for getting a tooth, my tooth fixed? And I knew it was going to be expensive. And I knew exactly what the doctor was going to say. You need a root canal, which is exactly what he said. You need a root canal because the crown broke, the tooth inside the crown broke. So right now, and I think I mentioned this last time I talked to you guys, my that's left is like flush with my gums. There's not enough tooth to cement and attach it to. So he said, come on in, we'll take a look at it, and we'll see what we should do. So he looked, he goes, oh yeah, absolutely. You need a root canal. He goes, and the thing is, they do root canals in that office, but he goes, normally, he goes, the thing is when you look at the x-ray, like the teeth around it, the roots are like this long in the x-ray, like really long. He goes, yours, the root looks like it's this long, but then it looks like they can't tell roots. And he goes, because of that, they don't do it there. They just do like straight up normal root canals. So he goes, you're going to need to go to a specialist, which is in freaking Watertown, which is a 2.5-hour drive for me to go to in May. Because I'm like, well, listen, they got to get it done, but I'm traveling. So he said, I have there's no rush. Some of your teeth are could move because of it. He ended up not re-cementing it back in. Every now and then I'm just going to put it in and wear it while I'm awake and know what I'm doing. Don't eat with it or whatever in alignment, because he goes, even the teeth, so the two teeth next to it, when you're missing a tooth, will start to move inward to fill the gap, which will leave gaps in between your other teeth. And then the tooth that's down below it, he says that one will start to move up, because when you're chewing, there's nothing there now to kind of like push on it. So it's going to start to move up. So he goes, yeah, it's important that you get it. Well, number one, you get it fixed soon enough. And then by keeping the old crown in there every now and then, we'll kind of just keep those teeth in alignment. So after being told I need a root canal is when I go to the casino and win $4,300. And I'm like, well, that's to pay for my root canal. Somebody is looking out for me and knows that now I have this expense. It is crazy. So Holly says, congrats on selling the cowbells. I got 2 from an estate sale that are decorative and no bites so far. I thought they would go because of the design. I thought these would go. I've had these for quite a while. I was going to send them I bought them for Amazon. I was going to send them FBA, and it must be that they weren't a fast seller. I don't know why I ended up not sending them in. I'll see. I was the only seller too, currently unavailable right now. But when I look at the Keep a chart that says, which are my 2, just not showing very many. Yeah, when you look at Keepa for the last 3 months, every time it drops are pretty much my sales. I must have been the only one on the listing. Maybe if I knew that, I should have sent them in then, because, oh yeah. So let me show you this. So this is the Keepa chart for them, right? So down here, there's only 1 seller, but look at one point there was 3, right? Then it was just me. There were these other ones. They must have been, I bet you their prices were really low. Because look, I mean, at 1.4 sellers, 5 sellers. So this blue line down here is the number of sellers. Yeah, so right now there's no seller. If you look at the last day, right, I sold out. Now there's nobody because they're unavailable. But the price, if I go to a year out, because I've had them for about a year. I may have had them for longer than a year. Yeah, look at the price up here. This is probably when I bought them, January 2021. Look at the price was way up here at 15. And then look, and it just wasn't advantageous for me to continue selling them or to send them in FBA. But look up here, like this went way up to $17.99. Wow. I don't think that's what I sold mine at. Let's go back to a week. I sold mine at $16.99. Yeah, so when I became one of the only sellers, I must have realized that and raised the price. but the price had dropped considerably. So must be other people went to Bed Bath & Beyond, saw them on clearance, bought them. Yeah, I bet you my husband was calling to say, what else did I need to measure? Which it really doesn't matter at this point if we're going to get it home today. You don't need to measure it. I wish I had some well, if I put brown paper in it, it probably would be too heavy. Oh my gosh, I bought my future, hopefully future son-in-law. I bought him a anchor hawking stuff for Easter. And one of the ones I got in, I'm trying to think, was that Mercari I bought that one on, or was it eBay? I can't remember what platform, but the way the lady put it together was so good. Like, she was so good on how she packaged it. She used this bubble, like she put it in these like bubble envelopes, but it's not like an envelope that you would mail in. It's like air bubbles, and they surrounded it, and it was really neat. I mean, I don't sell enough breakables to look into that and invest into it, but if I was selling a lot of breakables, that product she used was really, really good. All right, so I am trying to, I'm using my knife, and there's an eBay logo on the top of this box, and I'm going to try and peel it off enough that you don't see it as much, because this one is, like if I was just to put tape on it, I don't know. I mean, when they go to open it, it could peel. Like, when you open up a box, so sometimes the tape will take part of the box off. I don't want that to do that and then have it reveal that it says eBay underneath. If that makes any sense. On the top. On the bottom, they're not going to be ripping us. But if you lightly score the box with a razor blade, you can peel off the first layer. Okay, let me show you. You can peel off the first layer of things. So I'm just going to keep it like this. I'm going to put a little bit of that brown tape on it. And then, actually, I'm going to close it with the brown tape. I might as well just use the brown tape all around. Then it won't look so out of place having that brown tape. I have a friend who prints the Amazon logo, the eBay, where it says eBay. I don't go through all that. Okay. So there. And I just got it sealed up with brown. So now that this doesn't stand out as much because it's all brown. Let's see how much you weighed again. Oh my God. It's 1.01. You gotta be kidding me. I just weighed it and it didn't weigh hardly anything. Jeez. Louise. I'm not going to repackage it. I'm taking my chances. And I'm going to do a 15.9. Well, let's see what the difference is, right? Because sometimes price isn't that big of a difference. Let me do 1.1. And let's do 888. Let's see what it comes up as. So UPS ground is the cheapest at $9.48. And let's do a 15.9 minus this. UPS ground. So I'm definitely going to do a 15.9 weight. But so it's $5.86 for UPS ground and $5.96 for first class. I feel like I'm less apt to be caught with the post office than I would be with UPS, because so many people have been getting charges from UPS lately. Some with USPS too, but not as many. So I'm going to go with USPS. Gosh, I've only been on for 2 hours. Normally I do 3 hours on a Monday. Because normally I got, what, twice the amount of packages. Let me double check. I don't think I have anything else. eBay is done. I don't think I had anything on Macari. Let me just double check. Macari, no, nothing. I haven't had a sale on Macari in so long. Well, I do have 2 messages. Okay, so let's do this. Let's play What Would You Do? All right, so I have, ooh. Oh, this was 3 hours ago. Okay, so I have this faucet set, brand new in the box. It's a kitchen faucet. Let me see if I can show you what it is. Here you go. All right, brand new in the box, $56 plus shipping. They asked me if I would take 35. This was after I had first listed it, right? April 1st. I hadn't listed it for very long. And they said, would you take 35 plus shipping? And I said, no, the price is firm. And they said, okay. Because I feel like the price is $50 for 2 faucets is a really good price. Well, then they sent me an offer for $42. And that was on 4 days ago. So what it was for 4 minus whatever today is. I don't know. I still got February's calendar up. And I ended up countering. I was like, all right, I'll counter. So I countered at 50, right? I'm asking 56. What would you have done? They declined my counter of 50. What would you have done? So at $50, my earnings is 43. Would you have accepted? Now let me see what, I don't have any eBay open. Let me use this. eBay. Active. I got offers on eBay. We'll look at these too. Don't look at my 30-day total. It is really low. It's like half of what it normally is. Oh, you couldn't see it on this screen. All right, so my cost was $21.59. So let's see what I would have made. $21.59. It hasn't been listed for very long. This list. So I would have earned $36. What would you have done? You paid 21 and you would make 36. Well, you wouldn't make 36. You would make $15. Would you have taken 42? Or would you hold out? I'm a flap cutter. Yeah, John, I do too a lot of times. This time I didn't. For point 1, yeah. I like to do some boxes ahead of time so they're ready to go in situations like this. Yeah, the problem is when boxes are put together, they take up so much more room. So that's that one. The other one we got. Okay. Oh. All right. So this is for me to buy this Power Beats. This annoys me. Hey, the Texas Bandit is in the house. All right. So this, look at this. So this guy Will bought something from me. I can't remember what it was, but he gave me a 3-star rating. Nothing was wrong with it. I mailed it out right away. I can't remember why he gave me 3 stars, but I sent him a message. And you can't message somebody once they buy something from you and they leave feedback, the whole transaction is closed out. So in order for me to leave feedback, I had to go to one of his listings and send him a message on it. So I sent him a message saying I was disappointed to get a 3-star rating from you because of delivery timeframes. Okay, so that's why he left me a 3-star. He ordered on July 30th, and I shipped the next day. Once it is dropped off at the post office, I have no control over the speed things get delivered. As a seller yourself, I'd expect you to know that, right? Wouldn't you think somebody would know that? As a seller himself, he would know that. You look at when I dropped it off, I can't, like, it was August of 2020. I mean, of course, things were happening. This was his reply. My bad, dog. I've got corona right now, so I have not been in the right state of mind recently. then go edit your feedback. So because I sent him a message on these Power Beats 2 years ago, I'm now getting all these offers from him. I don't want your stuff. I just wanted you to change your feedback. So we are going to see. I can't even decline this. I can't even decline it. All right. So let's go look at over here some offers. So Timothy says, if it was listed for 3 weeks or more, I would have taken the 42. Just listed nothing less than 45, 20% of my listings there. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I should have taken it. It is a bigger item too. It would have moved it out of here. Make $15. I mean, that's still a pretty good profit. 15. But you're selling something for 35. I don't know. I guess if I was to offer, I would have offered in the 40s. But that's just me. And I've been sending offers lately, and people have been accepting them, which has been really good. But I'm really aware of what I'm offering. All right, so let's see. Look, we got 4 offers going on right now. Let's see what we got. This all came last night. I was surprised this morning when I saw I had some offers. So Nike Dry Fit. So look at this is new. Right now they tell you that, hey, your buyer clicked on a promoted listing standard ad in the past 30 days. So it's going to be a 7.5. Right now I'm doing trending with a max of 15%. I thought I would try that up until Wednesday. I'll be putting my store on vacation mode. So I figured I would run that until Wednesday, until I head out for our vacation. And honestly, my store is going to be turned off. I'm going to turn it off completely because, I'm going to turn it off completely for a couple weeks. We'll be home for a little bit, then we're going to be gone again, then we're home for a little bit, then we're gone. Like, it keeps going back and forth. I think there's only 2 times where I'm going to like completely turn it down, shut it down. The other times I'll just extend my handling. Somebody on here, I can't remember who it was. Thank you for whoever said it. One of my regulars had mentioned that, I think maybe it was Holly, if I put my store on vacation for more than 3 months, because I was going to shut down for the whole summer because we were going to be traveling so much, that if I do it for the whole summer, if you hit over 90 days, like if you do 91 days, you would lose all your listings because they only keep your listings around for so long. So that was a really good point. So I'm not going to do that. So this is nice that now they tell you. So this $10 offer would be including a 7.5% fee on top of your normal, I always say like a 15%. So that's pretty high. All right, so I'm asking 20 and they offered me $10. They want a 50% discount. It is a brand new with tags item. Let's see what the MSRP is on this, because that also sometimes makes a difference for me. New with tags, but I didn't put MSRP. $55. So they want a $55 shirt for $10. That's when I go, screw you. Go buy from somebody else. I don't even want you to come buy my shirt. I don't even counter. It's already at $20 versus $55. So screw you. Okay, let's go back and see what else we got. Who else can we say screw you to? This shirt, I've had this forever, right? Oh, by the way, I paid only $2 for that shirt at TJ Maxx. All right, so this shirt I've had for a long time, right? Asking 15. Probably paid 3 or 4 for it. So they're offering me 10. Man, I'm really tempted. See, they clicked the promoted listing on this too. So right away, 62 cents is gone from this $10 plus $1.50. Probably would be close to breaking even. If I accepted this offer, I probably would break even once I put in my cost of goods. But I have had this for a long time. I have not used this backdrop for a very long time. Well, there you go. Active 296 days. All right. So this is wrong. So I've obviously at one point ended the listing and relisted it. I just know this is probably, probably at least 3 years I've had this. At least 3 years. And it is going to California. So that concerns me when it comes to, this is my whole thinking process. All right, so I did do priority shipping, so I'm feeling okay with that. Where if I would have said first class, because sometimes I'll say first class even though it's right on the edge and it might end up going priority, but I'll just put in a priority mail envelope, and especially if there's a lot of wiggle room, then I'm okay with absorbing that. But if I'm taking a $10 offer, there's not a lot of wiggle room for me to absorb anything because right now I'm at a break-even point. Got the Rona dog. I know, and this that was back when, like in 2020, when he put that, so it was kind of funny. Nope, they want to flip it. I would raise your price to 30. You know, Timothy, I was thinking when I did that 20, I was thinking when this is done, I'm going to go back and raise that price of that jersey because $20. I must have looked at comps though; they must have been in that range. But I feel like saving 50% on a $55 item, going at like $26, $27 is a really good deal. You're saving 50%, and yeah, and I'm at 20. I just barely turned on best offers last week. I turned off best offers when I did my inventory January timeframe, January, February. When I did my inventory, I was aggressive with some of my prices. And I said, I'm going to turn off best offer because I don't want an offer for something I'm already at my rock bottom. But I said the other day, I said, you know what? I haven't done a best offer in a couple months now. I'm going to turn it back on and see if it kind of just pushes my sale, because my sales are so bad last week. I said, I'm going to see if it just pushes my sales a little bit. That will really help me with this last push before I turn stuff off for vacation. So, yeah, so you would raise the Nike shirt to 29. I then accept 23 men. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Honestly, I think I'm going to raise my price. All right, so this one, I'm really tempted to take the $10 offer because I've had this listed for quite a while. I don't know if this is an offer I sent or if I declined this offer at one point. If I declined this offer, right, at 15.30, and it's at, I bet you I had this up into like high 20s when I originally listed it. I'm going to accept it. I need to get this out of here. Let's hope they pay. I'm breaking even, but I know I've had that for at least 3 years with that backdrop. I haven't used that backdrop since at least 2019, maybe before that. So let's go back. I know I have a couple more here. So, all right, I've been selling these. I just had a couple in the last couple weeks. So let me see if I'm gonna accept. Let's see what this is. A $9 offer. Oh, well, look at this. Active for 558 days. That's right. It's almost 2 years. They're offering me $9. All right, I'm just gonna accept this. Again, this is something I'm ready to get out. That's a pretty reasonable offer from 12 down to 9. I feel okay with that. And then, all right, these horses, holy smokes. So I probably have like $40 into them. I think I paid like maybe $5 a piece. I don't know. I hate when I forget to put the price in. I have had a lot of people offer me wanting just one of them from this set a number of times. And these are from 2017. Can't remember which one was what. But all right, so $94 is what I'm asking. $30? You have got to be smoking something. These are some offers. I know these must be offers I sent to people. Yeah, I don't think so. Lisbon, New York, who is literally right down the road, and she can do a local pickup. Lisbon is very close. Yeah, no, no. All right, I am going to counter. How many? Let's see. I'm going to counter. Oh, she lives in Canada. What? Huh. I wonder if she has a post office box in Lisbon. Because I'm very close to Canada. All right, I'm going to counter this one. So, God, I've gone down to 64 with these. Oh, I don't know. I'm at 94. All right, 94. What should I counter on these? And I don't know what my cost of goods are. I'm thinking it might be $40. I think I may have paid 5 a piece for these. They were at a local pharmacy. I can't remember. I know I'm gated on Amazon. I originally was hoping I could find a way to get ungated, but I couldn't. How many more do I have of these briars? Let me see. I think I may have sold the other ones I had. I did these in a lot. I have debated on taking them apart because, like I said, I've done okay. These are the only ones I have left. All right, I sold the other ones. So let's say like I had 2 of these and 3 of these. I sold those, but this lot had 1 of each. All right, so $69.99 is what Claudia says. Yeah, I would be all right with that. They've been active for 937 days. This is probably one I should end and relist on this one, right? 2,400 views on this. 5 people are watching it. So this is why I've sent these watchers to off, to all people. End with a 47. So a lot of times I'll also look and see, did this person ever get one of these offers in the past? Have they been watching it for a while? Wish it would tell you the dates that you sent them. Oh yeah, here we go. December 8th of 2020. I sent this $80 offer. So it does say the dates. Oh, there you go. October 2019. I was willing to go $64 back then. Wow. Why was that? Why would I go so low? Yeah. So Doyle's 20 from 82 to 78. They might counter to the 60s. Cancel and list similar. Good idea. Yeah. You know what I might do? So if I counter, which I think I'm going to counter, how many days do they have to accept that? When you send an offer, how many days is that? Is it just 2 days? Because I don't want anything that would be longer. I'm going to have to take off best offer because if I have somebody send me an offer, like let's say tomorrow, and I accept it, they have like what 2 or 3 days to even pay. Friday mornings is my last shipping for quite a while. So, all right, I'm going to counter. I feel like though 94 down to 30, this is probably not a legitimate person buying. So this 13 to 18, I'm assuming that's if you bought a Briar horse that is individual, right? Not a lot. An individual would go from 13 to $18, and you're getting 8 of them. So, I mean, that's like $150 worth if you look at the high end. Oh, I like the idea of getting closer to 80 just to see if they would even counter. You think I should just cancel and list similar now and not even counter? What if they're a legitimate buyer though? How often do they shop? Right, they only got 17 feedback, but they've only been a person for a year. They got 17 feedback, but they got 19. That's kind of weird. In the past month. All right, so they've been a member. So you know what? They are from Canada. So April 1st, the guidelines dropped on crossing the Canadian border. You've been able to come into the United States, but you had to have a positive COVID, or positive, yes. You had to have a negative COVID test before you could go back. And it had to be the PCR test, which took like 2 to 3 days to get the results. So people were not coming over unless they knew, they had to pay out of their pocket to get tested. They had to be still here for 3 more days. So what was happening was people just weren't coming. Well, now you can come over and you don't need a positive, or God, why do I keep saying positive? You don't need to have a test before you go back over. You just need to be fully vaccinated. So if you used to buy stuff and pick it up at a local post office across the border, which this would be one, then yeah, that could be it. Or maybe they have a summer camp there or something. But yeah, I bet you this person all of a sudden started buying again because they were able to start crossing the border again. That's what all this is. I'm going. Oh, gosh, I don't know. What do you guys think? Nobody's told me if I should counter or if I should just. Okay, that's my birthday right there, 9/23. I feel like that's an omen. I feel like I should counter. I'm gonna counter $82. I'm gonna go on the high end, and I'll give her time frame to accept it or not accept it. Hopefully, if she declines it, she just clicks decline right away. And then at least now she'll know that I'm like serious. I'm not gonna sell it for $30. I would break it and sell them individually for the $15 each. So if you go 15 times 8, how much is that? There's a time I could do that in my brain. 15 times 8, $120. So I feel like the 94, I feel like that's a really good asking price right from the beginning. I feel like most stuff that I'm selling right now, I took a lot of time when I did my inventory this year, the 2,000 items. I re-looked stuff up. I, just looked at what the going rate was for things. I was really aggressive with my pricing, aggressive as in I want to get rid of it. So I dropped prices down considerable. Yeah, I bet you if I was to look up a lot of Briar, let me put it in first, stable mates lot. Let's look at ones that are new. Let's look at sold. All right, here's 9 of them that sold for 200. So this is, kind of similar to mine. Brand new, but they're not in the package. Huh. Well, now that's interesting. These are auctions. Should I put them on auction? I won't do that. These are auction. Here's a lot of 6 of them. Oh, what's that rainbow color? Out of 18 went for 60. I know that there's a couple in my packaging that are higher value ones. These look really tiny. It's hard to tell the sizes. Okay, this is similar to the packaging I have. Here's a lot of 5 of them sold for 50. These are 2021, right? See, mine were 2019 or 17, I think. 17. A lot of 5 for 58. I really feel like my pricing is right where it needs to be. I feel really good with my pricing. So, yeah, I mean, every now and then you might find some that sell for a little less, right? Like these, there's 3 of them went for $20. But it sometimes that's just because somebody doesn't know how to price their stuff, right? Or they started their auction off low, or they probably could have gotten more for it. I have had mine listed for quite a while though. How many total were there? Only 72. So it's not like a really high selling, like if you were to put in like an iPhone, right, you would get like, I don't even want to guess, but if you put in like certain things you put in and you're going to get a lot of them. This, there's not a lot of sell through. Check and see. I should have stayed with you guys. I just want to check and see what, all right, so there's 75 current listings and 72 sold. So to me, that's a pretty good sell-through rate. And I can't see these anymore. Okay, here's 6 of them for $50. If I look at what's currently for sale. I still feel really comfortable with my price. I still feel comfortable. I agree your pricing is, yeah, I think it is. The buyer might be a reseller. Maybe. There's not a lot of resellers in this area. Not even on eBay. And you know how you can tell? This is what I do every now and then. Then I'm going to wrap up this live stream here we got going on. So let's say you want to know how many clothing sellers do you have in your area? So you put in like a shirt, right? Because most people sell shirts. 52 million plus. Isn't that ridiculous? And then you go down here and you say, just give me everything within 25 miles of me. And that's my zip code. So I see 1,600 plus shirts are being sold. So that's actually quite a bit. But you can look and you'll see like, okay, same background, same background, same background. So, these are all the same seller. But then what I would do is well, there you go, 15 miles from me, 15 miles. Oh, that's kind of cool. I've never noticed that before. Look at this. Look at these backgrounds. Isn't that interesting? 15 miles. Let's see what they say 15 miles is. Oh, so Messina. That's 15 miles. That's like a half hour driving though. That's where my mama lives. Who sells, looks like a lot of vintage shirts. Okay, let's close that. Let's close that. So that's what I'll do. So if I wanted to know who my competition is, like these are all the same sellers. All the same seller. Same seller. So I know when it comes to vintage tees, there's competition in this area. Somebody is grabbing these vintage because so many of these are all vintage. Somebody is grabbing that market in this area. Well, look, so now I'm going to get Canadian, right? Because 20 miles from me is Canada. So I'm going to get Canadian sellers also, which I would discount those because if you live in the United States, a lot of times you're going to just shop from United States because shipping from Canada, right? $23 for a shirt. So that's kind of how I tell who's in the area around me, what's my competition. Again, I keep seeing these same 2 backgrounds. Here's somebody who's a little different. Oh, again, Canada. Now this person, same picture. They're just selling vintage. I wonder if it's the same seller as this Kobe. Yep, look it. So this Swersdamia is the same one with this, selling these bulk lots of vintage. So definitely a big vintage seller around here. Right here, look at this, is the same shirt. You use the same shirt for a large and an extra large. So that's what I'll do, and I'll sit there and I'm like, oh, okay, how many resellers are there around here? And I'll just find that there's not a lot. In the long run, I find that there's not very many resellers in this area, which surprises me. You would think that there would be more. I'm in a very rural area, and there's not a lot of jobs around here for people. And this is a great business. This is a great business to do if you don't have a lot of jobs in your area. But there is also not very many thrift stores around here. There's no Goodwills, one Salvation Army, no, oh my gosh, something Village, isn't it called? Is it thrift? No, I don't know, but there's none of those. And there's not very many. There's a couple church ones, but their hours are really weird. There's not a lot of shopping around here, so you'll find a lot of the clothes that are donated are like Walmart brand, because there's just not a lot of places for people even to buy clothing around here, and it's a very poor area. There's just not a lot of good quality, enough bread and butter, that if you've got time on your hands, there's enough bread and butter that you could just do bread and butter stuff and still make. I mean, I live rurally, and I hit $100,000 in sales every year. My eBay sales are horrible right now, but thankfully I got other platforms to help pick that up. But my sales this year will definitely be lower than Value Village. No, I don't think that was the one I'm thinking of. But there was something Village. I think, isn't Value Village in Canada? I think that's a Canadian thrift store. I think. I can't remember. I don't know. All I know is I miss my Goodwill. People complain about Goodwill prices all the time, and I'm like, you don't know how lucky you are to at least have them, because it would be so nice to be able to go in and just, even if the prices are high on something, miss things that you could find here and there. And I miss that. And not only do I miss it for buying, but I miss it for donating, because there's just not even really good places to donate stuff around here. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap up today. It is almost noon. Wow. Well, I did get started late today, so that's part of it. But I'm hungry. I haven't eaten, nor have I really drank. I've only took one sip of my coffee, and I'm thirsty. Oh, before I go, let me, hold on, channel here. Switch account. I'm going to drop a link for you folks. I could use some visual on this if you're up to it. So I dropped a video yesterday of our maple sugaring stuff for this year. So for those who are fans of my husband, you can watch him, because he's the one who is pretty much seen in this video. I don't think I'm seen at all. I think I only hold the camera a couple times. You hear my voice. All right, so that's a link. That's my other channel, which I will be putting a lot more content on this channel. Well, I'm hoping at least once a week we'll be putting content on this channel. It's do not like editing. So it's it'll be like when you watch my channels here, when you watch my travel time, I don't edit those anymore either. I just throw the stuff up. You hear me cough or whatever. But this it's only a 16-minute video, but it shows our maple sugar production, how we collect the sap, how we boil it, what he uses to help speed the process up, all the way down to bottling. So go ahead and take a look at that video. I definitely could use the views on it, and I could use subscribers on that channel. So feel free to subscribe. You'll see on that channel, it's pretty much anything to do with our land here and what we do here, like the maple sugaring, among other stuff, on like homestead type stuff. And then our Jeep and our RV. That's where all that stuff is going to be on this channel, called Living the Better Way. That's what we call our life, is we're just so fortunate to live the better way and to be able to do what we do. And so that's what that will be. And then on this channel, as we go into the summer, there's going to be less of these, because I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be shipping stuff, because I'm not going to be even like around to ship. Probably might be doing some in the RV. Probably going to focus more on my print on demand. If you are looking at getting into more passive income, then take a look at those videos when they pop up. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do yet on those, and how many I'm going to do and all that. But as I start to get my feet wet and I start to get some traction, I'm going to share that with you guys of what's working for me And I just don't want to put videos out now because I haven't sold anything. Well, I've sold some planners, but I haven't sold any print-on-demand t-shirts or mugs or any of that stuff. Even though it's been nice creating the stuff, I'm not going to pump it up to you guys if it's not selling. And right now, nothing is selling. It's such a saturated market. Print on demand is a huge saturated market. So I've got to find a way to stand out from everybody else. And I'm still trying to figure out what that is. But I really like the flexibility of it so much more than this. But I'll tell you, I do miss thrift stores. Garage sale season's going to be hitting here in another month or so. And I'm gonna go garage selling. I can't not do it, but I'm gonna focus on stuff that would sell fast and stuff that would sell for Q4 because I will be here all winter long because we're not going to be camping. So those are my focuses when I'm going garage selling is just what's going to flip fast. No more slow bread and butter, right? It's got to be really fast, or it's got to be something that I know will, if I hang on to it, but it will do well in Q4, then I will hang on to that for that. Like Christmas stuff, I'll pick up Christmas items. But that's it. Thank you, Claudia, for reminding people to give a thumbs up. That always helps my channel, helps with the algorithm, as well as if you could just double check to make sure that you're still subscribed because people do fall off from subscriptions, I've been told. So that would be awesome. Also, thanks so much. And I will see you guys. Well, it probably won't be for another few weeks where I see you live sometime in May, but be looking for some pre-recorded videos. Alrighty. Talk to you guys later. Bye.